Hey everyone, I once again did not have a video ready for this Sunday. I know that I have missed my past two Sunday uploads, which I'm so sorry about that, but I'm going to kind of go into that a little bit later in this live stream, but I just wanted to come on here to put out some content, create some content since I have been very slack on things and just kind of address that. Hi Faith, thank you so much for coming on. And of course, I also wanted to interact with you all. So if you have questions or things you want me to talk about, you can definitely put them in the chat and I will also get to those after I get done what I wanted to talk about. Hi Dope Edits, thanks for coming on. So, like I said, I have recently been missing my Sunday uploads, which is not good. I had my spring break last week and was super busy traveling to visit some colleges, universities that I have been admitted into and didn't have a chance to visit before coronavirus. And I know like we're still in the pandemic, but I really wanted to see the ones that I am strongly considering. And I wanted that to happen while I didn't have school on my plate. And one of my New Year's like resolutions slash goals was to really prioritize the quality over my videos over the quantity of the videos that I was putting out. I feel like 3 videos a week is definitely a much more ambitious uploading schedule than a lot of YouTubers have. Hey, Edward Lee, thanks for coming on. I'm doing pretty well this morning and hope you are too. And I really just didn't want to make a video for the sake of making a video that wasn't super high quality and wasn't up to my like usual standards of editing and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't have one leading into my spring break. And then obviously while I was on spring break, I did not have time to make videos. And with that being said, I think that's something that a lot of people have been experiencing is either not having the time to make videos or not having video ideas. And video ideas, I have really been struggling with those recently, which is kind of weird because for like the first literal like 2 years of my channel, I never experienced issues with coming up with video ideas or finding time to make videos. But then for some reason this fall, I just have had more periods of struggling with coming up with video ideas and finding the time to make it. And I've seen several small creators that I'm connected with talking about how they'll make videos, but they don't turn out good. And that's kind of how I have been feeling with some things I've been filming. There have been a lot of videos that I film and I start to edit and I'm just like, this isn't a good video. So then I just kind of stop. But then it's like, okay, that idea didn't work. And when you're struggling to come up with ideas and the ones you do come up with don't work, it's a very deflating feeling. And I just kind of feel like all of my days are the same. So vlogs just haven't been working for me. And that's really sad because I love vlogging and that's why I'm really excited for like college content and summer content and stuff like that because I think it'll be fresh stuff for me to make videos that I feel are actually good and that aren't just the same video with me in a different outfit because that's how I've been feeling about my school vlogs for quite a while now. It's the exact same thing, just me in a different outfit, possibly even the same one. So yeah, I'll get to the chat now. I always come to see your live streams because I love you and love how you respond to every single comment and question. Yes, I'm definitely going to get to the chat now. I just wanted to go ahead and put that at the beginning of the live stream in case people are coming on to watch the recording that I keep up on my channel later. But yes, I always love interacting with you all. Quality over quantity for sure. Yes, I definitely agree. For a long time, I really emphasized the quantity of the videos I was uploading. And looking back on a lot of them, I've just like privated them because I'm not happy with how they turned out. Of course, I'm doing well. And since I posted a new thumbnail this morning, well, that is awesome. Can you please say hi to Kalapana in Amaria? If I didn't say that right, I'm really sorry. My pronunciation skills are very lackluster. Um, you should do a video where one of your subscribers picks what video you do. I definitely think that would be cool, like, if you guys have video ideas, I am definitely open to them. So, like, if you wanna put them in the chat, if you ever wanna DM me on Instagram, comment them on a video, community tab, wherever you want to comment it, I will probably see it. I'm very good about checking my DMs, and usually I respond to them unless if I get, like, creepy vibes, but I'm sure people on here I wouldn't get creepy vibes from, but some people on Instagram are just interesting individuals. But yeah, I'm definitely open to filming video ideas that people have because I always like to make what people want to see, and whenever people aren't giving me video ideas, I just take my best stab at what I think you wanna see. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think that for me, it's good for you to say, "Yup, this." Yeah, well, thank you so much. Um, no, thanks, Edward. Um, yeah, so I've seen, like, other creators that have been going through this, and I kinda thought whenever I got through the burnout that I was having this fall, that it would get back to, like, normal, and I guess it kind of did because the New Year in January, I felt like I had a lot of "Hi, Thea, thanks for coming on." That had a lot of new video ideas and things to film, and that kind of carried me all throughout January and through the 1st of February. But then I kind of went back to struggling with what videos to be filming in the mid-February range, and I think a lot of it has also been that my mind has definitely been elsewhere. So, and then my fall semester, I was really struggling with my AP literature class with the amount of work that we were getting from that class. But then this semester, my workload has definitely been a lot more manageable. But I have been very stressed out with the fact that I have to pick where I'm going to be living for the next 4 to 5 years and attending school. That does honestly, like, really terrify me. It's been taking up a lot of, like, my mental thinking capacity, and I wanna take my time in making sure that I am making the right decision, and whenever you have something like that important weighing on your mind, I feel like it's really hard to make your best content because you might not be in the best mood, or you might not be able to focus on the video, and not saying that, like, I'm not gonna be making any videos between now and whenever I make my college decision. I'm still definitely going to keep up with making YouTube videos, but it just might be in a reduced capacity until I get some more mental thinking capacity back and feel like I can really dedicate a lot of headspace to YouTube. Um, and even prominent creators like Olivia Summerseal, I watched her video where she was talking about how she just hasn't had the inspiration to make videos. And I think it's just something that is happening to a lot of people right now as we have crossed 1 year of being in the pandemic. I like when you give tips to people, and that is how I found you. Also, like that you do editing videos about how you edit your videos. Yeah, I definitely love doing tip videos. Just sometimes I have a hard time coming up with the categories to do tips because I definitely don't want to be repetitive. I hate the channels where they're a tips channel and then every single video just like repeats itself about the different tips. So if I come up with like a new category on tips, then I'll definitely do that. I definitely want to do some like applying to college tips. I already have one up about like how I went through the actual application process, but I'm thinking about doing some more about like really how to prep. I need to honestly go back and watch the videos I have up about that and see like what I would say differently in those, again, so I'm not repeating myself. And then in terms of editing, I feel like my editing style hasn't changed too much since I did my how I edit my video this summer. I think the main thing that has changed is how I have added Procreate into my YouTube videos, but I have a whole separate video up on Procreate and how I use that as a YouTuber, and I go over things like how to make animated text, how to add doodles, how to make thumbnails in Procreate, and stuff like that. And also recently, I think like a month or 2 months ago, I uploaded my Procreate Basics video, which teaches you how to actually use Procreate. So I definitely watched that one first, so that way you know how to use the app. And then the second one would be like how to use it in your YouTube live. That is if you're interested in that. I know Procreate definitely isn't for everyone, but I've noticed a lot of creators that I watch, like Ava Jules, Hannah Meloche, Olivia Summersteel, Haley Pham, all of them have been using Procreate, so I decided to try it out this fall, and I've still really been liking it. You can take a break or post once every 2 weeks. Everyone deserves a break. Yeah, I definitely don't wanna, like, take a break and completely, like, not post videos for a while because I do have goals with my channel, and while my channel hasn't been growing as much as I had thought it might, whenever like, my channel was growing really, really fast last summer, and I think it's just that a lot of creators experience growth in the summer because people are out of school, so they have more time to watch YouTube. Very simple. And whenever school started back, my growth really slowed down. And yeah, but I have goals on my channel, so I want to keep posting so I can reach those goals. Especially with my watch hours, I am getting very, very close to being accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. And while I definitely don't do YouTube for the money, like if I did YouTube for the money, I would have quit a long time ago because I have not made a single dollar off of making YouTube videos, and I've been making them since, like, 5th or 6th grade, so it's definitely not about the money, but I do think that going into college, having a passive source of income would be great because I'm totally open to having a job when I get into college, like working at a clothing store on campus or something, but as an architecture major, architecture takes up so much time. So I don't want to have the stress of feeling like I need a job the first semester, and just having that passive source of income from YouTube would be so comforting, and I think it's definitely achievable. Um, do you have any fidgets? If you mean like nervous tics, not like in that sense, but sometimes, like, if I get nervous or bored in class, I'll, like, bounce my leg up and down. I feel like a lot of people do that, and I enjoy playing with my hair, which I really need to work on because, like, in videos and stuff, I notice that I touch my hair a lot, but it kinda happens. I feel like a lot of people do that too. Um is Procreate worth the money? I definitely think that Procreate is worth the money. It's a one-time $10 purchase, and you can do so much with it. It's almost like a mini Photoshop. So you can do all sorts of things with it that Photoshop can do as well. And having the ability to like handwrite stuff, Photoshop doesn't really. Well, I don't actually know. I've only ever used Photoshop on a desktop, and you obviously can't, like, write on a desktop computer, but yeah, I have gotten a lot more than $10 out of the app. If you're someone that likes drawing and you're not ever really going to, like, use it for YouTube, I still think it's a great investment because you're gonna get excuse me, a lot of personal satisfaction out of using Procreate. I know that several of my friends, they get Procreate just to draw on their iPads, so I think it's worth it. You got me started with editing and you improved my life. Oh, that is so awesome. I'm so glad that like my editing video was able to help you out. I definitely don't think that I'm like, a goddess at editing or anything, but I have put a lot of time and energy in learning how to do a lot of like the popular edits that make the videos more entertaining. And like I'm generally pretty happy with how my videos turn out. Generally, it's not the editing that I don't like on a video, it's I don't like how the filming part turned out. So I'm definitely trying to work more on not being so awkward when filming because I feel like that's my main issue for sure. What are you going to college for? So I have applied to all of the schools as an architecture major, so that is what the plan is. Now, I do have like slight interests in related areas like landscape architecture, city and regional planning, urban design, stuff like that. But architecture is what I have been interested in since like literally fourth grade. Um, Kinda crazy that I've known what I wanted to do for that long, but I'm definitely open to, like, changing to a related path, but I definitely wanna stay, in the built environment realm because sustainability is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and there's a lot of room to create sustainable designs in that field and help save the planet. So, I know that's probably a way more specific answer than you're looking for, but I'm very passionate about that. Um, seeing something about you makes me feel like it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I absolutely love Ariana Grande and Dangerous Woman, but my singing voice would do that song and her a complete disgrace, so I am going to refrain from that, but just know anything Ariana Grande is my favorite thing ever. I love her. Um, alright, bye, Edward, thanks for coming on for a little bit. Hi, Ru Relu? Maybe I'm, again, pronunciations, not it. Bye, gotta go study. Well, have fun studying, know about it. That's very important. So good luck with that. What grade are you in right now? I am a senior in high school, so senioritis definitely hitting. Like I said, my course load is a lot more manageable this semester, which I am very thankful for. I am taking a art history class through the local community college, which it's wound up being more work than I thought it was going to be because I took art appreciation last year and it was a super easy class. And I was expecting the same thing, but there you definitely have to work in this class. But I'm enjoying what I'm learning, which is good. I'm also taking like a regular art class where it's hands-on, you're drawing, painting, stuff like that. Just so fun, no stress whatsoever. And I'm having the second part of my AP calculus class, and I love math, so like that's not a problem for me either. Like obviously it's hard and like I need to work at it, but I enjoy it is what I'm saying. And then my final class is a green chemistry course, which is not what I thought it was going to be at all. Like, I'm still enjoying it and I'm learning, but all we do is like read about environmental disasters and then write a report on what went wrong and how green chemistry would fix the issue. So I was kind of hoping to blow some stuff up, and we're not. We're just typing away, but it's okay. We have a 2 week break in that class now, so that's nice. Are you going to prom? So, my school has a group of parents that are organizing events for seniors, and they are throwing like a senior formal, aka prom. I'm not going to be going because I don't think it's abiding by COVID guidelines. Even though I am fully vaccinated, I don't want to participate in an event that is not abiding by COVID guidelines just because I do not want to be associated with people that are not taking the pandemic seriously. It makes me upset. I am glad that the parents are giving us the opportunity to have events that seniors last year did not have the chance to do. And I know a lot of my friends are very excited that there is a prom. And if they want to go and enjoy themselves and have fun, I say they go ahead and do that. That's them. That's their choice. I would not be attending. Also, those really aren't my thing. So even if it was a normal year, I probably wouldn't go anyways because nothing about it really sounds fun to me, honestly. I know a lot of girls really like that, but I hate dresses. I don't enjoy wearing, like, I put on everyday makeup, but like full on glam makeup, no thanks. Hair, no. I don't know. Everyone has a different cup of tea. That's not really mine. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Jess, I hope that you're doing well this morning too. Um, are you online, in person, or hybrid? So my school is currently hybrid, but we are going to be switching to fully in person starting April 12th, which is very interesting to me because I graduate on May 28th. So like a little over a month of fully in person. Um, I know I'm not the only one that feels this way because I was actually talking to some people about it the other day. We're all like, okay, yeah, that's great, but why? Because my school has been on the hybrid model since October. So, like October, November, December, January, February, March. We've been on hybrid for like over 5 months. So, we all have our schedule, it's working. But I think in my state, since our governor has approved for fully in-person learning, there would be a lot of pushback and resistance from parents if the school didn't open back up. So I think that's why they're doing it. I'm not really complaining. I only have 2 classes at my high school. It's not that big of a deal. She is hybrid, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I am hybrid. Yeah, I started going every day like a week ago. Yeah, I know why now. My classes are so cramped. Yeah, I've heard like a lot of stories about classes where people even have to like share desks and there's just not enough space because not everyone has had to be there on time. And I definitely think the schools took advantage of that and put more people in classes than they would normally. And now that we're going back in person, it's an issue. In my beginner art class, there's supposed to be 21 of us, which I know might not sound like a lot to many people, but in art, you like have to have your space to spread everything out, so the desks are pretty big. So trying to fit 21 into a only slightly larger than normal classroom is going to prove challenging. Um, yeah, and whenever my school goes back, we're only going to be going like Monday through Thursday, and then Friday we're not going to have remote meetings, but we are going to have remote assignments. So, I mean, that's kind of annoying, but like I said, I only have 2 classes. And with art, he never really gives us at-home assignments. It's just like making sure your projects are done by the due date type of thing. And then with calculus, she's turned Fridays into FRQ Fridays, which yay, we just do like FRQ questions, free response questions. And it's not that bad. I'm about to start hybrid on April 8th. That's awesome. I am really glad for the schools that have been fully online the entire year and they're getting to have at least some in person instruction. I think that is great because I know a lot of schools in California and on the West Coast, they have not stepped foot in a school building in like over a year, which is definitely crazy to me. So I'm so glad for schools like that that are at least getting a little bit of that in person instruction. I wish I was hybrid again because are going and people are going and leave it at the school because they have been around someone. Yeah, um, my school's actually had 0 transmission within the school, which I think is great, but I know it's definitely not the case for every single school. For hybrid, do you still do online and school? That's what my school is doing. Oh, wow. Yeah, no. At my school, whenever you have in-person days, like you go and sit in the classroom and the teacher teaches you in person. And then if you're online, you just watch. I will say that I'm glad my hybrid worked out the way that it did for a few things. So my hybrid experience was a little different. Last um last semester, that's what I was looking for. Last semester, I had also only 2 classes, AP Literature and AP Calculus. And since those classes are very small, because I go to a small school, so you can imagine you're already working with a small student body, the amount of people that want to take AP is even smaller. So my AP Lit class only had 7, and my AP Calc only has 9. So we were all on the same day. So whenever we were online, it wasn't awkward because our teacher was just always looking at the computer screen. But there was one day when I chose to stay home because a lot of people in my class had gone home the previous day throwing up. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to stay home. And I felt very discluded the next day staying at home while everyone else was in class because it's like they weren't looking at the computer screen very much. They were doing group activities and I had to do it by myself. So that wasn't the best experience. But yeah, whenever we're in the school building, we are getting physically taught by the teachers. We're not just like watching the teachers online. But I know that I have heard of schools that are doing the hybrid where you just go and you still like you're in the building but you're just watching your computer, which I do fail to understand the logic in that. Like I think it's mainly for kids that are younger so that way their parents don't have to find like a babysitter or something. But you can watch your computer screen just as good at home as you can at the school. I don't know. Um it is I know it's the point of even going back because for me, I still have to do online assignments and we just sit there and do assignments. Yeah, I don't really understand that at all. Like, if you're just doing online assignments, like, I literally just stay home for my online periods. That's why I only go in for like a few hours each day, is I just stay at home and do my community college and my NCSSM classes and we roll with it. Hi, Jules. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. We're just having a nice little conversation about YouTube, school, Corona, all of that good stuff. Also, if we have questions, we can email them. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely emailed my teachers a lot of questions, not necessarily questions, more of like when assignments don't work. Like, I love my calculus teacher so much. She's like one of my favorite teachers ever. Hi, Sasha. Thank you so much for coming on. Um, so I love her, but there have been so many times when I go to submit an assignment and the submit assignment button on Canvas just simply isn't there. And I just have to email her and be like, "Hi, Miss Blank. Your assignment doesn't have a submit button," and she'll like always fix it. She's so responsive. Or there's an assignment this week on Ed Puzzle, and like she hadn't unlocked it. So yeah, there's been like so many technical errors this school year. It's kind of hilarious if you think about it. I saw like so many tweets about like, you mean just tell me my professor that doesn't know how to stop autoplay on YouTube is going to try and teach an online class? This is going to go so well. Like, I do feel like the teachers are going through just as much of a learning curve, if not more, than students, because students, I feel like, are more technologically advanced. Like, we know how to do a lot of things on the computer. We're just trying to adjust to learning on the computer. Whereas teachers, you're trying to learn how to teach on the computer and also how to use the computer. It's kind of great. So yeah, if you guys have like any other questions or things you want me to talk about, you can definitely put them in the chat. I'm planning on staying on for a little bit, and then I'm actually going to meet one of my friends for like lunch in the park. So I think that'll be pretty fun. Some of my teachers get so frustrated during class because they don't understand any technology. Yeah, I definitely see how that would happen. Again, like I said, I only have 2 classes from my school, and both of the like all the teachers that I've had like are on the younger side, but still, it there have been issues. I feel like you haven't been able to get through the school year without any tech issues. I hate my PE teacher because I had to go to the bathroom and she would not let me go. Well, yeah, that's not good at all, Faith. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. I feel like honestly the teachers don't really care that much with online. At least mine don't. I mean, honestly, how are they gonna know if you have your video and your mic off? Um, yeah, some of my teachers like have said that you have to have your camera on, but then like gradually people just don't put them on, and then nothing is ever said. What was your college application process like? Okay, so this is definitely a very interesting and loaded question. So I'm always been like very into academics, so I honestly started researching colleges. This is kind of embarrassing, but like in elementary school, not like hardcore, but I was looking into really like kind of like what type of colleges I wanted. And then come high school, I really started to make a list. So I just kind of had an ongoing list. And the way that I formulated this list was I looked up college rankings for the what for universities that were highly ranked for what I wanted to do. So for me, I want to study architecture, so I just looked up like architect best colleges for architecture in America, and I just started scrolling through the list. I use niche.com, and I think the other one that's really good for architecture is Design Intelligence, but if you're not interested in architecture, probably not. You can just use niche.com because they have rankings for a lot of different things. And anyone that piqued my interest, I would write down on the list. So, for example, a school like Syracuse that is in upstate New York and you have snow from October to April didn't appeal to me, so I didn't put it down. But schools that sounded nice, I wrote down. And then I would research their program specifically to see if it was something that I was interested in, because with architecture and with any major, there's going to be nuances. So if you kind of know what appeals to you, then you can kind of cross them off if their program doesn't match what you're looking for, or you might read some things that kind of turn you off of the program. And I had this kind of flowing list all the way up until the summer whenever I applied, and I decided to apply to 12 schools. Would I recommend that? Absolutely not. If you can get away with applying to less, I would. The reason I chose to apply to that many was because there aren't many options, actually, only two options for architecture in the state that I live in, and neither one of them appealed to me, so I knew that I really wanted to go out of state. And it's really hard to get into public universities as an out-of-state student most of the times, as well as private, and also you never know how the finances are going to play out with public state universities as an out-of-state student. So I applied to a wide range because I kind of figured that a lot of them really wouldn't work out for me. So over the summer, like before the common application officially opens, you can definitely start writing and working on the Common App. So I would highly recommend that. The summer before your senior year, do your Common App. You can put in like all of your grades, contact information, stuff like that. You can put in all of that. You can work on your general essays. I would do that. What I would not do is any school specific stuff because it changes from year to year and you can have a bomb essay and then not be able to use it. So that's what I did over the summer. And then this fall, I just grinded typing probably 50 plus essays for the schools specifically, as well as scholarships. And I got all of my college applications done in mid-November. Get them done. Apply early. You will hear back earlier, and for some schools, you will be eligible for their scholarships. So definitely do that. And then I applied to scholarships kind of sporadically throughout the rest of the winter, but I finished all of that up in early March. So my decisions started rolling back. I got some as early as late November, and I'm still currently waiting on one. So even though I applied early to all the schools, there's a wide range of when you're going to hear. So yeah, it was very stressful for me, but I think it's just because I applied to a lot. I'm definitely gonna make them. I'm definitely going to make a video about my college decision. So in that video I'll reveal like all the schools that I applied to, where I got in, and kind of talking through why I eliminated certain schools, and then in the end why I picked the school that I picked. Obviously can't make that video yet because, like I said, still waiting on one. But yeah, I'm going to get back to the chat now. There's a lot. All of my teachers are so old and cranky. What's my favorite subject? Definitely math. I love math so much. Out of like the core 4 subjects, math for sure. Yeah, it did take like hours to do your college. Yeah, I spent hours on my college applications. Normally I would do it like after I got my schoolwork done for the day. I would try and spend like an hour or two on it, but I definitely still worked on it on the weekends as well. I'm going to try Procreate. Should you create a video while doing it? Yeah, you can actually have Procreate export videos for you. So like it'll do screen recordings of like what you're doing, but they're really fast. So if you wanted to just do like a separate screen recording of what you're doing so you could make it the speed you want, you could do that too. Are you going to get a scholarship? So it depends. I have received like one universal scholarship, which means whatever school I decide to attend, I can transfer it there. And then there is a school that I've gotten into where I have gotten scholarships. So if I wind up going there, then yes. And then I've also applied to more universal scholarships that I won't find out about until after I've made a decision. So, not entirely sure how that's going to play out yet, but yes, I have received some scholarships, and I'm very grateful for that because I know it's extremely competitive to get those scholarships because all of the ones that I'm getting are for academics, and I applied to pretty tough schools to get into. So, the fact that I was able to even get scholarships at those schools is crazy. Um, yeah. Yeah, sorry I didn't get to my favorite subject question until later, but like I was just trying to answer a question before that. This is so helpful. Thank you so much. Of course, I definitely am very like in the know of the college process since like I am still, I guess, going through it. Um, Hi SM, thanks for coming on. I learned to type from this. Sorry if I spelled it wrong. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're good. I love math too. Yeah. Math is great. I love math. I just love how there's the rules and like you know if you're right or wrong and there's nothing um like subjective about it. I hate how subjective English is because it's like everybody can interpret it. It's like art. Everyone can interpret it differently. And in my opinion, if you can back up what you what your line of reasoning is, then you shouldn't be wrong. But you can, according to English teachers, you can be. And I'm just like, make it make sense. And in my AP Lit class, we would have very heated discussions about that frequently. It is 10. Is it 10:58 for you? Yes, I do live on the East Coast. I am in the Eastern time zone. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay on for just a little bit longer because I need to like get some stuff together because I'm going to be meeting one of my friends in the park for lunch. So I'm very excited for that. Hello, thank you for coming on today. Polytechnic Diploma EE. That sounds like very fancy. It reminds me of like universities like Virginia Polytechnic Institute, State Institute, aka I just call it Virginia Tech. Yeah. It is your mom's B-Day? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You should tell her happy birthday. She probably doesn't know who I am, but I love wishing people a happy birthday. You are from India. Awesome. And you have a birth. Wait, is it your birth? Okay, I see. um, yeah. If you guys have any videos that you want to see from me, definitely like let me know. Because like I said, I'm very out of video ideas. Like I have a few, but they're all ones where like I'm gonna need some extreme motivation to film them because like I kind of want to do what I wear in a week, but every morning I have to set up my camera and my studio lights, and it just takes a lot of effort to film a video like that. Now I'm going to another B-Day. Oh, cool. What are your hobbies? So obviously my biggest hobby is YouTube. Outside of YouTube, I do dance. I have been dancing for like after I finish the season, I will have danced for 17 seasons, which is quite a lot. And I also enjoy skateboarding. I haven't been doing it much recently because it's not really as fun to do that when it's cold outside. But just like staying active, I guess I'm trying to do a lot better about working out. I don't do it enough to where I would call it a hobby, but I have been doing it more consistently, which I am happy about. And then bullet journaling, I guess, is a big hobby of mine. I share that on my YouTube channel a lot with monthly setup videos. They normally do horrible, but you know, I enjoy making them, so I still put them out there. Yeah, I would say those are my main ones, like dance, YouTube, and bullet journaling. Do you like art? Yes, absolutely love art. Like I said, I'm taking an art class. I've always enjoyed being very creative with like different mediums. So in the art class at my school, it's definitely a lot of drawing, but for my independent project, I just did a painting. I actually like have it down there. I could get it here in a second. But I have all sorts of art supplies, and I haven't really like made a lot of stuff on my own the past several years just because I'm very busy with school, and then I've been creating stuff for school. Um, and I also consider video editing to be an art form. I know some people don't really consider digital art and video editing to be an art form, but I definitely do. Um, I love when you do bullet journaling thing and doing voiceover. Yeah, I love making those videos because I think they turn out super satisfying. Like the sped up drawing and writing, I think is just so, I don't even know how else to describe it besides satisfying and aesthetic. And then I put the voiceovers on there to make it like a tutorial because I know whenever I was first starting out with bullet journaling, having the tutorial for them to explain like what they were doing and how the spread was supposed to function was really important to me because if you just see a habit tracker for the first time and it's a bunch of calendars, you're not going to really know how that works and how it functions. So having the voiceover there is for people that want to like try and replicate it. And I definitely try and model my mullet my bullet journaling videos after Amanda Rach Lee's, not like to copy her or anything, but I just like the format of hers where she explains what's going on, but then there's also just some like aesthetic montages with music and stuff like that. How many languages do you speak? Just English. I took 2 classes of Latin in high school. I don't know anything about Latin. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't learn hardly anything in those classes, which means if I go to a school that requires foreign language, I will be struggling. But that's okay. I won't be the only one. I don't like people that have mullets. Oh my gosh, there's a few people at my school that have grown the mullet. I don't know. It's an interesting look. I don't think I'm a fan though either. It's a questionable hairstyle at best. There's a basketball player on the Baylor team that has one. Cause like I love watching football and basketball, so I've been watching March Madness, and yeah, number 24 for Baylor, great mullet if you want to check that out. Yeah, I can go get my painting really quickly. Let's see, can set my computer there, maybe, hopefully. Just kidding. I took it somewhere else. I thought it was still on the base of my bed, but it's not. Now I have to get everything set back up. I was going to show you. Maybe I have a picture on my phone. I could show you that way. I thought it turned out pretty cool. For like our independent projects, we get to like make whatever we want to. So yeah, there we go. That's the painting I did for my independent. The colors really aren't showing up that well, but like it's a picture of it on a YouTube live stream. It's probably not gonna be super high quality. But it was kind of like a Visco inspired painting, I guess. You know, I feel like those are pretty popular on Visco. Well, got to go. My mom is coming here soon to keep painting. Thank you so much, Faith, for coming on, and I hope you have a good time spending your mom's birthday with her. And yeah, so we always do like 2 independents in that class, and it's supposed to like help judge your growth in the class. So the first one that I did was like a cool astronaut type of drawing, and he was like floating with balloons that looked like planets. I don't know why I've done so much stuff with planets recently. My entire bullet journal theme for like 2021 was black and white stars. January was planets. I did an astronaut drawing in art, a space painting in art. Maybe I have issues. Maybe I need to just like take a break from doing space themed stuff, but the next bullet journal theme that I want to do is literally space themed. Because I want to try out this really cool technique where you like scribble on saran wrap with your markers, and then you like press it down on your paper and like smoosh it around, and it's supposed to look like watercolor. So I want to do that with like blue and purple so it looks kind of galaxy-like, and then draw constellations on it. I've seen it on Pinterest. It looks pretty cool. That would be yet another space theme drawing endeavor for me, and I've been doing quite a lot of those this year. But whenever I've tried to branch out, I haven't been like completely in love with the results, you know? So, well, I take it back. I've liked my bullet journal themes that I've done this year. So far, I'm doing like my best bullet journal themes that I've ever done. So excited. May's theme, very pumped to film that video. I like want to film it now. It's great. And like I said, I'm very excited to try June's because that's going to be something new and different. Like I've never tried this before. So far my bullet journal themes have been chef's kiss. Now in terms of my art projects, I think they've been doing pretty good this year. I've been seeing a lot of growth in them, which I am glad for that. You know, it's always good to be happy with the art you're producing. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions or things you want me to talk about, you can definitely put them in the chat. I'll be glad to answer them, address the topic. Otherwise, I'm probably going to head out here in a little bit. So yes, I have enjoyed being able to chat with you all, kind of catch up and interact again. So sorry for not having a normal upload for a third Sunday in a row. I know that's pretty horrible of me, but hopefully we can get back on track this week, grind out some videos, be back to uploading the 3 times a week that I want to be. But again, like I said, I am trying to hold true to my New Year's resolution, goal, whatever you want to call it, which is prioritizing quality over quantity. So yeah, I'll stay on here for like another few seconds of awkward silence for any people that might have a question or topic they want me to talk about. Okay, well, thank you all so much for coming on this morning. Like I said, I enjoyed getting to chat with you all, and I will see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye!